Hey guys, it's Buzza here, and I was just gonna do a quick little Sage guide, in depth. Hopefully you guys are leveling Valorant as much as I am. I've played with a lot of Sages. She's pretty strong. I'm gonna show a couple weaknesses to her that I think people just aren't pulling off. What else? Yeah, I don't know. We'll just jump right into it. So basically, real beginner's guide. You have 4 abilities. Your frost wall. You got a little frozy orb thing, right? Create skating rink wherever you want. You have a self heal, and then you got the res, which is your ult. Don't be the sage that say you're taking up cat and someone's died here and they just hide here and res you, but then they don't peek and then you just die. Don't be that guy. All right, appreciate you. Sage is really good at helping to get on sites. It's really good for getting picks if you have set frost. I don't even know what this ability is called, dude. We're gonna call it the skating rink. All right. When you land a good skating rink, it throws a lot of people off. All right. First off, we're gonna go with weaknesses, because in Valorant right now, since everyone's so new and they don't know what shit does, whenever they see an ability on the ground, like a smoke or something, they just look at it and they're like, "Ah, nah, dude. No, we ain't going through that." All right. A lot of the abilities don't do like any damage. So if like Viper's wall is down, it's just an LOS thing. Like you can just jump through it. Like imagine there's a Viper wall right here. You like you can just jump through it and it won't do any damage. Almost a lot of the abilities are like that, to be honest. But yeah, so don't be afraid of abilities. I know a lot of people, when they run up, you know, you get the old sage that hits them with this right off the start of the round. So what you can do is just shoot that right off the bat if you can. She'll probably throw a frost orb over too if you put any pressure on her wall. Now this, in my opinion, is a bad sage. Anyone that uses the ability right off the bat. I know a lot of people will try and go for these picks up here and stuff like that. Honestly, that's not how you start with Sage. So how you start the round with Sage, in my opinion, on defense, is you always want to hit them with a frost orb. So I do have a set one that you can throw back here, even mid-round. So if you have someone over here and they're playing really aggressive cat, you can throw this right off the start of the round, and a teammate can try and fight this angle, or depending, it's sort of RNG where it spreads, but he can also fight this angle. So that's one set one. You can probably find a million of those. But the reason why I like to sort of throw it from back here is I can wall easily from over here. But if it's like mid-round and like bathrooms, maybe this guy's, you know, you're solo queuing. This guy that's playing bathrooms isn't the greatest, right? You can sort of bounce around but still have like this setup. But typically how I start the round, just come up here, throw that. Throw this first, because most people won't push through this, right? And then you waste a lot of time. And then what I would do after that, usually I have a guy like playing right in U-Haul. After that one, I'd have him either play it peeking, or if not, what you do is you wait for your first one to go down, and then you like play with the timings. So don't be the guy that throws it and then just like waits and then throws it right after, because you don't want to use your abilities right away. Basically, you're throwing this to stop any rushes that they do, and then after that, you can play with it for a little bit, mess with the timings, like maybe wait 4 seconds, then throw it again and try and catch a bunch of people in it. And then essentially after you use your 2 frost orbs, then you can start using your walls, right? So let's say you frost orb, but there's still 3 people trying to contest cat. That's when you can start doing things like this one. Now, in my opinion, I do it this far back. I know a lot of people. Okay. Heck yeah, dude. It's a little buggy, but whatever. So a lot of like some people do it where the wall ends right there, but you want to give yourself room so you can pick this angle if you have to, or get up closer, right? Now what you can also do is have a breach flash through. You always want to play with a try to. Maybe if you're solo killing, you don't get the luxury. But if you have like a breach, he can flash right through the wall or something like that. Or Phoenix can molly over. Like, you want someone that combines with the wall. You don't want like a Cypher or insert hero that doesn't have something to go with the wall. All right. Also, don't be the Sage that, I know there's some videos that are like, wow, look at this cool boost spot, right? I don't know, something epic. Look at this sneaky peek I get, right? It's like, yay, but nay, all at the same time, okay? Because you're wasting like the strongest ability on Sage at the start of the round when they try and go for these picks. And some of them are on spots, like I've seen some videos where like a Jet can get on there. Please just let your Jet, or just go play Jet and get into those spots, right? Now, granted, there are some one-offs that you could do for picking and stuff like that. Like the other map, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's not Haven, but the other one. There's a lot of picks that you can do on that map, but they're like one-offs. And you don't want to be wasting your ability that is so strong right off the beginning of the round, okay? So one little tip here too also is on pistol round. I know a lot of people will go Ghost and then abilities, but you want to get your barrier orb and the 2 slow orbs. That's what you should be prioritizing at all times with Sage. Like, sometimes you might have to get a Bulldog, but like your slows can stop rushes and just dick on people, right? So that'd be my biggest tips. And then understanding how to enter onto sites. So there's a couple of good ones. Like, okay, also, so I see a lot of Sages that are gonna run up and like fucking hit a banger like this, okay? Or they sit there and they try and like turn it, and like, man, there's like smokes going down, people shooting through, and then you just see the Sage come out. He's like, hold on, boys, we gotta line her up. Like, no, okay? You can double tap C, or just tap C, and it changes it from horizontal to vertical, okay? And now the other thing is, I've seen some Sages run up like this, and they try and cast it like really close, right? Look up a little bit, you know what I mean? That shit casts far as fuck, okay? So like, one of the things that you can instantly do is like, say you're on the attacking side now, is you can hit them, like, say there's a smoke down, you you can just come down and hit them with that right out the bat. And say they don't have a Sage playing and they can't really stop that. Like, yeah, they might molly and stuff like that. But if you have like a like this allows Phoenix to get in, throw a flash, Breach can flash, you know, combined with the smokes. Like, if you're having a hard time getting into sight, you can also do that. Personally, I think you should wait, get cat control, so make sure your team gets like sort of bait your team. Okay, Sage is allowed to bait. It's good hero, boys, if you want to be the baiter. Okay, try and let your team pick out into heaven and stuff, and then you can just come over here and literally just drop this right there. You like, some Sages try and run in, but you can just drop it right there and start planning, right? That's just thinking on how to like cut the sights off. There's also this one from this side. So if you have, I think Odin smokes are really good. So teaming up with an Odin might not be bad. Or sorry, not Odin, Omen. This one right here. So you can actually set it up right from here, and you aren't really seen from anything. So if they're giving up bathroom control, you can set up just right here. And you're good. Boom. Sight. Done. Right? And then that'll let your A player. And then and like, this is even less commitment than playing cat. Understanding, I might have a video for this, but like, here's certain things for if you're a Counter-Strike player. Like, there are set skating rink spots. Okay? So that one's really good if you're slow taking cat. It'll get that guy stuck, and you can let your fraggers pick him off. Or even you can do it because it's so slow, to be honest. I might have a video coming out later with a bunch of these. Depends on how much I play Sage. I'm trying to think of other big things. Try and not go first too much, especially if you got your abilities. Let the Phoenixes and like the other classes go first. Because you also have res and heal, so you don't want to be the guy that goes in with your res and you die and you can't res. You know what I'm saying? All right, nice. Another way to play. So I know a lot of these players are doing like trick shots and stuff. So like, if your wall can get you in the position while blocking off a spot of the map, at the same time, that's so much better. But another way I've thought about playing Sage is doing things. So this might not be the greatest spot for it, but just take the idea and use it in areas around the map. You might be able to get really strong picks with it. So little things like this, where I would pop it right here, and then you can get a little angle like this, and when they come around, you can snag a quick kill like that, right? And like the wall still does its job of stopping them. So like still start the round with like frost orb. Then if they still try and push you, do little things like that. You can potentially do it at the start of the round. Just depends on how aggressive they are. So I'll just show you what that looks like on the other side. So we're something like this. So when you come around this angle, you'll see the wall. And you might not necessarily pick that up right here, that it's like a weird wall. So be aware of this. And then when you peek, you're dead, right? Now, that's a hard shot to hit, obviously, but it's just something else to try out. Just trying to theory craft ideas on where you can get picks while still maintaining like a actual short A cutoff kind of thing. Another thing, too, that I've realized. So if you throw this, now, if you walk through this, this is how long it takes to get through, right? But for all those Counter-Strike players that hit them B-Hawk maps, you come in here, right? You just go, yay. You fly through that thing, man. You're just skating, right? So if a Sage throws this, I guess we'll be looking at the weaknesses of Sage right now. So if you have a Sage that throws that, like let's say you're a solo Q Omen, right? If you smoke right here, and that Sage does that, but and she puts all of her faith into it, what you can do is, let's say you're coming up. She does that right off the bat. You throw your smoke though, because she's been doing this every round. That's 2 hops through. Now, if you want to get into a team aspect of it, what you can do is when that goes down, you can actually have one person spray their gun. Now, okay, again, this is theory crafting, and I don't know if it actually works like this, but if you spray your gun, it may make it a lot harder to hear people on the ice, because you know how it makes that little like crunchy sound? If someone's spraying, like their Vandal, let's say, you may be able to get like 4 people across that, like just bunny hop. Granted, this is like probably a team and stuff like that, but you can just bunny hop right through that, right? And you will probably catch a lot of Sages off. So like, let's say she does like let's say you get to here and then she pops the old panic wall cat, right? If there's 2 of you spraying this, it goes down so fast. So like you just spray this down and keep pushing, right? With like a Phoenix, like you can sit here, spray this, hit him with a Phoenix flash. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that guide helps out a little bit. Big thing on pistol round. Stop buying the ghost if you're playing this. I've played with some people where they won't buy abilities and they'll buy pistols, and it's like, cool, dude. Not the hero. Like, I've watched a Jet buy a Sheriff instead of getting smokes on pistol round. Okay, remember that this is a team game and it's not a deathmatch, right? So don't be that guy. Okay, just try and help out, help the team, help the squad. And like, there are certain heroes where their starter abilities aren't as important. Maybe, I don't know, to be honest, most of their abilities are pretty important on pistol round. At least some of them. Like a lot of characters can get ghost plus like one of the abilities or something like that. But how strong Sage's spells are, abilities. I don't know. We're all wizards. Okay, I'm calling them spells. Just grab these two. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, if you guys have any other videos that you'd want, I'm gonna make some, but obviously I'm just gonna make a bunch. My next one's probably gonna be an Omen video because that's my favorite character. But if you guys have any other ideas or want me to look at, like if you guys actually want me to figure out some actual set skating rink lineups, then I'll look into that and get her done. Appreciate you guys watching. I also stream every day. I'm addicted to this game. Pretty insane, actually. You can check me out on Twitch at Buzza TV. And yeah, peace, guys.